Alright, so hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here, and the day has finally arrived. Career mode news has dropped for FIFA 20, and finally we get some information on what's going to be added into the next game, into FIFA 20. Have they finally improved career mode? What features are they going to bring in? What have they improved? What have they enhanced? We're going to take a look at it. We're going to go through it today. I'm going to give my thoughts on everything that EA have given us here in the pitch notes. I'm going to leave a link to these down below in the description so you can go check them out for yourself. However, we're going to go through them today. I'm going to give my thoughts on, what I thought they could have done better, what I thought's really good, and, we're just going to go over it generally. And also, I'm not too sure how long this video is going to go for, so treat it more like a podcast, like my general overview thoughts of everything in career mode, just like a chill kind of video. Feel free to discuss, feel free to just take it all in as it comes. There's a lot to get through, so let's get straight into it. I'm gonna give a rating, a grade to like every new feature and just an overall. So this is my true and honest opinion. If you guys disagree with me, feel free to leave it down below. What have your favorite features been in this career mode deep dive? What do you think they could have done better? And we'll just dive straight into it. Let's just go in. Let's just see what they've done. I've already seen it, so I'm just gonna give my overall opinions on everything, but taking a general look overall at this manager player career, it's pretty much the same menus as FIFA 19. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's the same kind of layout format, except it's got the different FIFA 20 theme, color scheme on it, whatever you want to call it. However, we've got, pretty much the same stuff there with the manager player career tabs. We're going to get into the real big one. We're going to get into the main selling point, the main attraction, let's just say. We finally, after, I don't know how many years this has been requested, probably about 4 or 5 years in a row this has been requested, but finally we've got press conferences and interactive player conversations, which I feel like they've taken a lot of stuff from the journey, which obviously isn't in FIFA anymore, and they've put it into career mode, so that's good. So they've put press conferences from the journey in. As you can see there, praise, motivate, criticize, sympathize, calm. So there's obviously a lot of options, a lot of things you can do, and it will actually have an effect on your team. I don't know if you're going to get a press conference before every match, but it says before specific matches, so it must be like big matches or big games throughout the season. Your club will be hosting a pre-match press conference, so I don't think it'll be every single game that you have. This is a great opportunity to discuss with the media about the team's objectives, plans for the next match, and the status of players at the squad. So you're going to get asked some questions, going to be tested a bit, so you're going to have to reply with the right things, unless you don't want your team to be reacting in the way you don't want them to, or you don't want the media to turn against you. It's going to have an effect on morale and stuff like that. So I do think this is a good feature. They've brought in stuff from the journey, so I'm going to give it a B as a new feature. I mean, you got the press conferences, the player conversations, which we're going to get to next in a more detailed little GIF. They've provided us with a bit of footage here. As you can tell, it's similar to the journey. If you've played that, they've pretty much brought that into career mode, which is good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So here's a big line. They are not just general storylines that we put together to mimic authenticity. These are stories built based on the player progress, which each player will be able to interact with and influence the morale of the team and the standing as the team's manager. So this is just a really good change. It adds that extra layer of depth into career mode, adds that extra realism factor into the game. So I'm all for that. We're apparently going to have an enormous variation of storylines that are deeply rooted into the player's experience and your way of playing. So I assume they've, added a lot of unique storylines into the game. For, people like me that, have hundreds of career modes a year. Will they be repetitive? Will they be the same? That is the main question. Will they be repetitive, the same old storylines that we're going to see in a few different saves? Or is every single career mode going to feel different? Time will tell, basically. Each match, you will be treated differently by the journalist and will always feel authentic and dynamic, depending highly on the outcome and stuff like that. So, basically, the media can, treat you nicely if you're doing well. If you're doing a bit bad, the media is going to push you. They're going to ask you some triggering questions, I'm going to assume. And then we get another screenshot. We get another menu kind of screenshot, and like I was hinting at before, the menus are going to be quite the same. We still got the same news tab here with the breaking news, world news, club news. And then we have a new in-game screenshot. So these new live news screenshots that they've brought in here. Here's a little example. Junior goals settle Levante defeat. So there's going to be a few new cutscenes, I guess. And here we get our first few looks at the player conversations, the one-on-one interactions. As it says, you'll be able to choose the way which you tackle a large variety of situations, and based on your methods, either positively or negatively influence player morale, as well as your rating as a manager. So, you know, you could say a few wrong things here in these player conversations. All the players are going to turn against you, or they're going to be all for you, or there's going to be one bad egg in the squad, and it's just going to, you know, turn everything against you. It's going to be interesting. However, with this new player chat system, you can see here with the new options, you can see, you know, with the reply, it's going to be like a kind of text on your phone kind of menu. I'm not too sure if you can like go into it and be like, yeah, I want to message, let's say it's Real Madrid, yeah, I want to message Bale, yeah, I want to message Varane. I just think it might just come up and you have to respond to it. You can't actively go and message a player. You can't just pop up to a player and be like, yeah, you're not starting the next game. Like, the player conversations are going to come up as normal. This time, you're just going to have the option to respond. This is just my speculation right now. I'm just, based off these screenshots, that's where I'm basing, you know, my thoughts upon these screenshots. It could be, you know, different when we get our hands on the game, but I'm just thinking that it's going to be the same as normal player conversations. This time you can reply and you can't, you know, actively go to like Benzema and be like, yeah, good match the other day or something like that. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? That's my main worry about this feature, but it's good that they've finally brought it in after so many years. Yeah, we've kind of sort of covered this already. Player morale system. This is another new look at the press conference. I assume this is your manager and you might be sitting with a player. We've got Isco here. It might affect maybe your team captain. Maybe Isco's sitting next to him at the press conference. I'm not sure how those two link together, but the morale is looking quite good. We'll see if it comes into effect throughout the career, see if it actually impacts, and that's something we have to judge when we get our hands on the game. But on face value, you know, it's a good start. It looks good right now. So that's a new custom manager in the game. So it looks like you can create a lot more variety as we're gonna get into it. Another solid feature that they've added in. Another feature which I assume they've taken from the journey, and one that's kind of a little predictable as well. See, we have new female managers you can make. So I don't know, to the girl market that play this game, I'm sure they'll be happy with that. And you can also have a male manager, customize him any which way you want, and that has been a feature a long time coming, but they finally added that. They finally added that one in, which is a good thing to see. I'm happy with that. And we get some more in detailed here with the customization. We got, you know, it's a completely different customization system. Same with when you're creating a player for pro clubs or just in general. And now it's going to be the same with the manager. So they're finally crossing over. And we're going to be seeing a lot more different managers in career mode this year. We're going to go down to the accessories. And there's a big new thing where you can customize your manager any which way in the season. So you're not going to have the same old look season after season, 10 years down the line. You know what I mean? We're going to have new hats, new accessories where you can make him young, old, you know, any which way you want, which I think will add another element to the game. Like I said, with the whole press conferences, player interactions, it just adds a new element of, you know, being a football manager into the game. As we're going to move on to a few features which I'm not too keen on. We already covered the live news screenshots, the league UI themes. Now, they've said that they've put in these themes for each league most played. However, this is good. Don't get me wrong. But as a Serie A fan and an Italian football fan and an Italian myself, they're missing one big league in my eyes, and that is the Serie A. As you can see here, they've got the branding of the Premier League, Bundesliga, Ligue 1, La Liga, and MLS. So only when you're playing in those 4 or 5 leagues, you're going to see these themes. Otherwise, you're going to get the normal career mode background for the whole game. Another shot in the foot for Serie A. They've lost Juventus. They got Piemonte Calcio. They haven't got these new UI backgrounds, themed backgrounds. So yeah, Serie A career modes is not looking good this year. However, we moved down. It's a nice little aesthetic feature. I'd give that like a C- in terms of a feature. It's not really a feature. But we move on to a few new big ones. Dynamic player potential. You guys probably already know what this is. Based off performances, your player's going to have better potential. If they're playing bad, they're not going to have as good potential. If they're playing really good, they're going to have more potential. Pretty simple, right? So I don't know if this is the death of potential. There's going to be no such thing as potential anymore in career mode. There's, you know, no players that are going to have 90 plus potential. Like literally anyone you can touch can turn into the next Messi. I don't know what this is going to be, but it's very interesting to see what this would turn into, because I'm not sure if they're going to go the route of, you know, you can pick up any player and they could turn into 99. But the good thing that comes out of this is with older players, if they're doing well, they're not going to decrease, which I believe they say here. Kept a good run of performances going with an older player close to retirement. His potential will be higher in the upcoming season, which means his decrease of his attributes will store for a longer period of time. That is a big one for me with the older players, and they won't go down as quickly as they do, which is good. Scored a lot of goals with a young prospect in his breakthrough season. His potential will be even higher in the upcoming season. You know, I don't know if there's a notification in game saying these players' potentials have gone up because they've had a good season, or these players' potentials have gone down because they haven't had a great season. We're going to have to see how that one plays out. It's good in theory. Implemented, if it gets implemented in the right way, we'll see about that. However, it could mean the death of potentials. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think of that one down below. I think a lot of people are happy that they've introduced that one. We got general improvements and additions, new negotiation environments. We have a restaurant. We got a rooftop lounge for the new environments, and that's, yeah, kind of the, you know, skyrise building rooftop lounge maybe, which yet again, like I said, based off a lot of these features, is something based off the journey. They've gotten some of the concepts from the journey. I believe this screenshot was in the journey or whatever, you know, that environment. So they've put in stuff from the journey into career mode basically. And then we have a team management. We got a new team management kind of menu. Not really. We got as you can see here, the morale next to players. We've got the smiley faces. You know, Vinicius Jr. isn't looking too happy. We'll have a red not smiley face, a sad face next to his name. I don't know. So as you can see here, Real Madrid, a lot of people are happy at the moment. We've got Courtois, Varane. We've got a lot of happy faces, happy morale. And then we have this player info comparison, with, you know, so simple, but it will be a good addition into the game, just more in depth. That should have been something that was added a long time ago. So a redesigned team management layout to allow for easier player attribute comparison. We're going to move on to a few minor adjustments they've added into the game. As you can see here, we've got added an option to disable international management job offers. A lot of people did want that, so that's great for them. Increased the initial composure attribute values for generated youth players, and redistributed weights for player growth between physical, mental, and skill attributes to allow for more physical growth. As I said, that's a great thing that they've, you know, addressed the youth issues in the game, and some more youth academy issues that they've fixed. Improved distribution of ethnicity within a country when generating youth players. So the youth academy fans have got something to cheer about there, which is good all around. We're going to get some more realistic youth academy players in the game. Significantly increase the initial amounts of wage budget allocation, so we'll have to see how that one affects every team. So I'm guessing we're going to have more wages in the game. Increase the player value. This is an interesting one. Increase the player value of defensive players based on the latest transfer market activity. So defenders, I think, are going to be going for absolutely crazy amounts of money in this game. It's going to be weird. Maybe this is the game, this is the career mode where the market in real life is going to take place in career mode. We'll have to see about that. There's going to be an improved algorithm used by AI teams to determine their starting 11. So, you know, teams are going to be more smarter. As you guys, most of you guys saw in my Chelsea career mode, Manchester United had Messi on the bench every time we versed them. Readjust the numbers. Oh, this one should have been first. The last point should have been the main selling point. Readjusted the number of saves to 8. Oh, I feel like I've got so much more freedom this year. 4. Oh, I can't tell you how bad 4 save slots were. Do not get me started on that. We've gone back to 8, so we've doubled it, but I'd like to see that number go up to maybe even 10 in the future. We'll have to see about that. But that, why did they ever do that? Why would they ever reduce it? Anyway, we'll move on. There's a few new competition stuff. You guys can read through that. It's not really that exciting. And that's pretty much it. A lot of people, I feel, are really happy with these changes, and I would have to understand why they're really happy with these changes. I'm happy with a few of these changes, alongside manager customization, press conferences, stuff like that. I feel like those are really good features that add a brand new element into the game. And also EA have added a bit more footage on their Instagram apparently, so I'm going to include a video on that for you guys to watch. It's a bit more extra footage. We got a little bit of a trailer, let's just say, for career mode with a bit more gameplay in the middle, so it looked promising. They're marketing this well, they're showing off the new features, getting people excited, so it looks like the future is bright, the future is promising for this game mode. They haven't completely left it in the dust to ruin. That was the video. Let me know what you think about it down below. You guys probably saw that on Instagram, and you know, it showed a bit more gameplay in career mode. It showed the new environment, the restaurant theme, which would be interesting. It's good to see that EA are showing off career mode in general, but a great video there by EA, and thank God they've finally added some new features into this game. Overall, as a grade, I'd give these probably a 7 out of 10, I'm gonna say, because just based on the fact and how last year went and how we got absolutely nothing last year besides a Champions League license and, you know, FIFA 20. It's a big milestone FIFA. I was expecting something, you know, to blow me away. I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 more features. I was expecting a bit more, but this is a good start. They're finally showing that they, you know, care about career mode. They're adding stuff in. We'll have to see how this one plays out. Yeah, like I said, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, a lot of people are really happy with these changes in the community. That's a general vibe. With me, I feel like they could have done a bit more, maybe added a few more things. And also because player career mode has actually gone untouched, it's confirmed that player career mode has, you know, not had any new features. It's the same thing as last year. It's only manager career mode getting all these changes. So it's a big bummer to any player career mode fans. These features excite me, but they're not, you know, getting me super high. They're not getting me super pumped, like itching to play this game, like wanting this game to be out right now to get my hands on it. That's not my reaction. It's more of a, these are good improvements. We'll see what happens when the game comes out. I'm not itching to play it. I'm not, you know, wanting to play it right now. I'm content with it, let's just say. So a mediocre 7 out of 10. We'll see what happens when the game comes out. But does this get you excited for career mode? It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be a very exciting time ahead for the game mode. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. I don't think they could have got a 10 out of 10 for this. This is, yeah, a 7 out of 10 for me. Let me know how you guys would rate the new features, these pitch notes, in the comments down below. What has you most hyped about FIFA 20 career mode? There's a lot to look into. There's a lot to look forward to in this game. So if this is what it takes to get people interested and back into career mode, I am all for it. But I'm hoping for a few more big changes across the year and a few more big updates throughout the next few games. But that has been the new FIFA 20 career mode pitch notes. Yeah, what a ride, what a journey. We're going to have a lot of stuff to look forward to, a lot of stuff to make content on this year. That has just been my opinion, so let me know what you think down below. Make sure to smack a like on the video. Subscribe for some upcoming FIFA 20 content coming to the channel. Career mode, Volta, player career mode, everything you can think of coming to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. I've been BCHD. Thank you guys so much for watching, and FIFA 20 cannot come soon enough.